The next gen update just released for Fallout 4 and well, it's not looking good. Yes, the new update adds a bunch of new content including performance and quality improvements across all platforms, but Bethesda being Bethesda, they screwed up quite a bit. The next gen update was released on April 25th. Bethesda announced this update 18 months ago, so they've had quite a lot of time to work on it. The first red flag was it only required 7 gigs of space free to download, meaning not much was really included in this update everyone was hyping up. The new update adds a new armor and weapon bundle, the makeshift weapon pack, Halloween Steam Workshop items, a bunch of bug fixes, ultra-wide support, performance and quality improvements, especially for next-gen consoles like the PlayStation 5 and Series X, so it's all good for the next generation of Fallout 4. It seems like this update is mainly to bring back old players and introduce new ones. I feel like in the future Bethesda will come out with more content, since yes, their primary focus is Fallout 76 since it is the latest Fallout title, but obviously they're noticing the heavy love on Fallout 4. That's where the majority of players are returning to, and that's why this game is getting the most updates compared to any other Fallout game. But not everything is great with this update because it actually came with a bunch more issues than before. That's right, turns out the next gen Fallout 4 update broke the game, and it seems like Steam is the main platform that's experiencing the most issues. The next gen update, ironically, it's supposed to improve the game's performance, but the update ended up making the game worse, with people reporting a bunch of new bugs, cloud save problems, crashing on the game, hundreds of mods no longer working for the game, since most mods rely on version sensitive content, and Bethesda just duked that all by releasing a new version of the game after years, making almost any mod out there unusable. Fallout 4 on Steam is unplayable right now. PS5 players, on the other hand, they've been going through it too. Some people haven't even been getting the update at all due to an availability error and confusing messages in-game from the devs. Xbox players don't even have access to quality mode despite it being a next-gen update. They can't experience the game in 4K or ultra settings. The game is being reviewed bombed like crazy right now because of these problems, saying that it was just fine until Bethesda returned and touched it. They should have just left the game how it was for years. This is all a mess, and I don't know how Bethesda's gonna get out of this one. This update was supposed to be the cherry on top, catering to all players returning to Fallout games because of the new show that came out. Millions have been coming back to all Fallout games, including the mobile one. They were just trying to give everyone a bigger reason to return to Fallout 4, not just 76, especially on next-gen consoles. But some people even waited for a midnight launch for this update, and they're completely locked out. Very disappointing. And it's just funny that there are mods out there that used to fix the game. They don't work anymore. It's like Bethesda just ruined the game even more now. Crazy how players are just saying don't touch the game anymore. Forgot to mention that this update was supposed to make the game Steam Deck verified too. You know, get Steam Deck players on it too with no issues. But of course, just as every other platform is being affected, Steam Deck players are unable to even launch Fallout 4. It's completely unplayable as of right now. They either can't launch it, have no graphics settings, no launcher, the game defaults to low settings, unable to change it, terrible frame rate and more. And Bethesda's trying to get people to pay more just for this new update. Truth is, most PlayStation players already have Fallout 4 for free thanks to PlayStation Plus. It was available for free with PlayStation Plus back in November of 2020 until May of 2023. So by now the majority of the PlayStation community owns the game. It's in their library. It's just been sitting there. They haven't had really any motivation to launch the game up until now. So they were waiting for this next gen update. It finally dropped. They tried to launch the game only for it to be hid behind a paywall. I guess everyone acquiring the game through PlayStation Plus wasn't enough for Bethesda. They're requiring all users to access this version of the game to pay more. That's right, even with PS Plus, they won't allow subscribers to access the next gen version of Fallout 4, even though they already own the full game. They just want the next gen update. Yeah, it's just $20, but come on, it should be free. On every other platform, it's free. This is insane. Bethesda said it was a bug that's going to be patched soon, but I don't know, man. This just seems intentional. They said we've seen some confusion regarding the free Fallout 4 next gen update for PlayStation Plus extra members, wrote a Bethesda community manager on the company's official Discord who clarified it should be free as expected. But despite this, PlayStation players still remain frustrated by this bug and the lack of communication from the devs. And I feel bad for some people because a lot of people actually bought this update worth $20, not knowing it was supposed to be free and they can't get refunds. I just think Bethesda can't handle this amount of traffic. Maybe they should have just focused on one platform at a time before releasing the update everywhere, because it's a bad look for them for the update to not work on any platform. And all these issues are a turn off for a lot of the player base coming back to to the game. So much for a Fallout resurgence. They better fix this fast because I don't want people turning away from this game. I love the fact that Fallout survived again. I love the TV show, and this is one of my most favorite games of all time. I'm glad it's getting the love it deserves. Even Fallout 1 and 2, people are going crazy on those games on TikTok. Like, who in a million years would have thought that people would actually be returning to the first Fallout game? If you told someone that in the future, they would have laughed at you. Not to mention 76, that game got so much hate for the bugs it had at launch, and now 6 years later, people are learning to appreciate the game. It's just crazy how the gaming industry works now. Any sort of media, especially a live action, can revive any old game. So this amount of growth is great. This update was supposed to be great, but as of right now, it's just a broken next-gen update that needs to be fixed ASAP if they want to keep their player base that they got back. It's like I said, PlayStation's not really getting hit that hard. They just got to make the update accessible to more people and free. As for Xbox and the Steam Deck, they have some performance and quality issues they need to fix. And then Steam, man, it's just all those mods, man. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of mods over the years are not working with the game anymore. The modding community on Fallout 4 has essentially died out now, with the creator of the biggest Fallout 4 mod of all time, the London mod project, having to halt production.
But with the new update dropping just 48 hours later, the past 4 years of our work stand to just simply break. So as you can imagine, this will impact us and will cause complications for our...
Bethesda essentially ruined this fan-made update, and for a long time I was even looking forward to this. It was gonna make Fallout 4 a completely new game, and they were almost done with it. They got BBC News coverage. Neil Newbon, one of the stars featured in Baldur's Gate 3, joined the team to work on this mod. It's just sad to see that everything's just not working out now, when it was just going smoothly and almost done. Good thing is they're just gonna keep pushing, try and make sure they fix up everything, so that way their version of the game is running smoothly. Even if it is gonna be a bit buggy, we all just gotta be patient. Still, a lot of fans feel like Bethesda just spit in everyone's faces because the mod was supposed to come out on the 23rd, just 2 days before the next gen update. I think it was a good idea that Team Fallen delayed the game. Wouldn't want that to collide with the revamped version of Fallout 4. Just imagine finally releasing the mod and then none of it works because in just 48 hours a new version of Fallout 4 dropped. So I know a lot of fans who were waiting for this is pissed, but this was smart. This delay is very much needed. Now Team Fallen just needs additional time to retool the mod for next gen relaunch, since originally it was only built for the original version of Fallout 4, not the next gen version. A lot of people kept saying just drop what they have, but the team doesn't want that. They want everyone to be able to play Fallout London at the same time, and in their words, cutting off a significant portion of our player base isn't a viable option. Moreover, maintaining two separate builds moving forward would be impractical, especially for what we have planned. While I understand the situation can be frustrating, it's the reality we're facing. And then they went on to say that they hope they can deliver the fixes as soon as possible. So we're looking at a lengthy delay, guys. I really hate to say this, but it's gonna take some time. At least the entire project isn't canceled. Let's be grateful for that. But this is just another reason to hate the Fallout 4 next gen update, and that's why everybody's mad at this update. There's just way too many issues that arise from it. Just wanted to talk on this because in my last video I talked about the update coming out and how excited I was and what's going to be featured, but I guess it was all for nothing because this whole thing is just terrible. Also, for those of you wondering if Fallout London was going to come out on console,
we're unable to bring the mod to console platforms. Many of you know that, and if you don't, surprise, we can't do it. We'd hoped in vain that the new update would have allowed that, but it's just simply too big. The mod is far too big. It's currently standing around 30 to 40 gigabytes. It's just not going to fit on the Xbox system.
For those of you who don't know, mods are featured on console, but it's just a handful approved by Bethesda. Hopefully this video answered all of your guys' questions, and I covered pretty much everything that went wrong with this update, as well as filled you guys in on what's going on with Fallout 4 right now. If not, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.
Loving myself, but it hurts sometimes. Suicide, no, cut it in